Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at, we're going to be taking a look at how to do events on RPG Maker MV. This is the final. I did say last episode that this would be the last, that would be the last, back and forth between episodes. It's not. It's not the last back-to-back episode. We're going to be creating events. Showcasing events and creating the inside of our dungeon. Not our dungeon, but our town. So, in creating people, okay, you want to click this game icon again, or wherever you uploaded your game, whatever. But you have to click here, and let's put our person somewhere over here. So, we want to create new, okay? Now, in here is our event editor. You can see that we have a lot of these contents here. Now you can say have it show text. So we want these characters to show some text. So let's say let's just say that we're gonna kind of lead them over to the dungeon. The tower, the tower over by the tower over the tower down south of this island. South of this island is a dungeon full of monsters. Okay? Full of monsters. Now, we want to make sure that this player, that you can take people where you want it to go. So let's put in, let's put in you there. Don't care. Now, it's going to sit there. If we go into the actual game, okay, and we say, okay, there's the enemies there, but we just added an image to the character. We just added some text. But let's say we go into town now. Let's take a look at talking to this person. Okay, the tower down, I spelled that wrong, down south of this island is a dungeon full of monsters. But as you can see, you want the player to move. You want the character to move. You don't want people standing still, unless you're in a shop, generally, just in that case. So if you want to do that, we can go and click Edit This Player, and we can say, let's fix that. Now, south, this island, and we'll add a period, okay? Because I forgot to do that. Now, you want to say, okay, walking. Well, options walking, but we want to make sure that it's set type to autonomous movement. Make sure it's set to random. If you click on approach, it'll approach the player. If you click custom, you can set up a route. Routes will kind of get into showing you how to create that in a later thing, creating like a scene of some sort. So we want to set that to random. Now we could copy and say we could paste it, and you can make this character. Let's do. It's just a lot easier to copy than having to follow a lot of things. Maybe we'll have this guy here. Maybe he's not sitting in a house. Maybe we have this guy says, a boat can only sail on low waters. You know that a boat can only sail on low waters? Now, he's also can do that, but we can also set up some more switching events. So we're going to copy this, we're going to paste this event a couple of times. And then we want to change this thing here. I'm going to say, a ship can only sail on low low waters and deep waters. Now we want to set that there. Okay. Now generally we also want to set this thing up here. So actually no, we'll cancel that. We'll cancel this thing here. We'll delete that this event here. Okay. Now we can say that this switch, you can say self switch A, and we'll just say no. We'll say self switch A. It'll turn that off, and then we can say okay. We can say control switches. No, we can say control self switch A, and it'll turn on to A. Now, if we go into the actual game, okay. Now I know I would probably set this up that we're at a certain point, but and think. So let's go into game, new game. Let's go in. So as you can see, that player is now that NPC is actually moving the way we want it to. We're headed to down now. And the tower down south of this island is a dungeon full of monsters. Okay, that's fine. Now as you can see, we can't go around, but let's go up here. Now as you can see, there's a guy roaming around somewhere without this guy here. It didn't show up quite right, and I don't know why it didn't. Because it switched, because he had a switch. Don't click on that, he won't show up. So let's go in. Now we can say that he should show up right off the bat. Okay. So now we have that this guy's now roaming around where we have it. And he says, okay, you know a boat can only set sail in low waters? You know, a ship can only sail in low waters and deep waters? And then now that's set up pretty nicely. So we can close out of this. We don't need to be in here anymore. Now, we have this town, but we also want to say, okay, now we want to be able to create our shops. Now, in order to do this, we want to be able to create some weapons and some armor and then some inner items. We could set up our in items, but I think let's go set up an extra weapon or two. So put it down, dog. Okay, so now you see we have the sword, the cane, and the bow. We're gonna rename these. Okay, name these to wooden sword. Now we're gonna put that price at 0 for all of these. Do wooden axe. Okay, we're gonna do wooden rod. Okay, and then we're also going to do wooden bow. Now, I'm leaving it like that. Okay, now we're going to copy this wooden sword. Okay, we're going to change this maximum. I'm just going to put like 20, maybe let's put 25 down. Because there's not going to be a whole lot of items in the game, a lot of weapons in the game. So we're going to paste this wooden sword. Now we're going to increase its attack to basically about, let's go 20. 20 attack, just to give it that. And then we'll go with E. We'll call this one Copper. Not Cooper, Copper sword. Okay. Copper sword, basically it's just going to add us that 20 thing. We can copy the wooden axe. Now, I would like to to say that the wooden axe only gives us about a 9 attack on it. Actually, no, it gives us about a 12 attack. Our wooden rod gives us about an 8. Our wooden bow gives us about a 10 as well. Okay, now our copper sword, now we're going to decrease our copper sword. It's going to get 1 agility minus. This one's also going to get 1 agility. That one's going to get about a 18. For our axe is actually going to get 22. Okay, and then we're going to do a copper axe. Okay, we're going to do our bow rod. Now we're going to do, this one's just going to be not a copper rod, it's just going to be a regular rod. Okay. Actually, let me know what you guys think this second tier rod should be called. Should it be called a copper rod or a thing? Now we're going to place this one. We're going to call this one just I'll call this one a flex bow, I guess. Flex bow. But a flex bow only gives us about 20 as well. Copper sword gives us about a 20. Rod gives us about an 8, so this one would give us about an 18. Okay. Okay, the flex bow does not drop any agility, only these two will. Drop at least 1 agility. Physical slash. Hit. Pierce. Now, these things do cost 500. Now, we're going to drop down this to about 250 for the copper. No, we'll do 300 here for that. The copper sword's also going to get 300. But the rod is going to be about 250. The flex bow is also going to be about 250. The wooden bow is going to be at 0 and 0. If you set the price to 0, it will basically cancel out all the special whatever. It'll cancel out, basically you can't sell it. Our armor, okay, we're going to basically leave that as a wooden shield, okay. A ring. We'll leave that as just a regular basic ring. We'll copy and we'll do a copy of the wooden shield. We'll take that about 20 there as well, just to kind of paste it. We'll do the wooden shield and we'll give it about a 20 defense. So a wooden shield, we're going to do this one, we name it to copper shield, okay. Now, our copper shield does subtract 1 thing. We'll copy the cloth and we'll paste and we'll just do a copper breastplate. Or we'll just do a copper breastplate. I don't care. Plate. Okay, copper breastplate. Basically, it's and it'll copy the cloth. Okay, now the cloth we're gonna do is a magical armor. Okay, which is 15 defense. Is only gonna give us that 10 defense, but it was also gonna give us that 10 M defense. It's gonna give us that 8 M defense, but it's going to be called a magic cloth. So magic cloth. It's going to give us that 8 defense, and it's going to give us that 8 M defense, but also drop down in regular defense. A ring is going to give us that increased M attack. We're not going to do that. We're just going to put that as magic armor. In that terms, we're going to copy. We're going to paste that, and we're going to place that as a magic hat. Magic hat. We'll put that as a magic armor. Okay. The magic hat. We'll also do the magic hat is going to do 10 defense. So it's there, but we're going to drop this down to 6 defense and 10 M defense. Okay? Then we're going to paste it again, but this time we're going to do is about a 15 defense, and we'll do copper helm. Okay? And we're going to change the copper helm to an actual, like, a decent copper. The magic hat's going to be this thing here. Our copper breastplate's going to be that there. And our copper shield, I'm going to leave that the way it is. But we're going to go to our wooden shield and we're going to replace that to look like that. Okay? Our ring can stay the way it looks, but if you look at a lot of it, it's there. It's nice and it's done pretty good. Now we're gonna set the ring. I'm gonna see that can be in a 0, 0, 0, 0. Basically, you cannot sell them. The copper breastplate's going to be about 350. The copper shield's also going to be about 350. The magical cloth, the magical stuff is going to stay at 350. Okay. I'm not going to give you any. Actually, let's do copy, paste. We're going to do an HP ring. So HP ring increases HP by 25 by 25. Okay. So max HP 25, 0. And attack. Okay. So an HP ring is not considered magic armor, it's just considered a general armor, and it's going to be sold at 250. Okay. Apply and hit OK. Now we did apply. Now we got some of that stuff that we needed. Now our items are pretty decent. We don't need to worry about it. So now let's get into creating our town. So now we need to create town 1 shopping. Okay. Town 1 shopping /in. Now we don't want to play display name. Okay. So now we're creating an inn. Now in order to do this, we're going to go by 40 by 40. We might need to go more. Now, since we're creating this inn, like in our shop here, so let's create our inn over here. So in order for us to do that, we need to actually hit edit. We need to go to inside. And then we're going to replace our full head length. Nope, wrong thing. It's not the right black. Nor is that. It's actually, hold on, I've clicked on the wrong thing. Needs to be that thing. Completely black and completely dark. So now if we go back out here, it looks like that we got some light wood, kind of like something like this. Now, I'm going to showcase that there's different styles that you can make in RPG Maker. So if we take a look at style number 1. Okay. Now, in our style number 1, we're going to go and we're going to place something. Hold on. We can place something a lot like this. Okay, just as an example, so you guys can kind of see. And then we create our floor. Create our floor, and then we can do an entrance there. That's one style that you can do. But if you come out here, our entrance needs to be down over here. So we place it, so we're going to go there. So our entrance kind of looks like that. But that's not a typical thing I like to do. There's also another style that you can also do. And this style reminds me of a lot like Final Fantasy. Now, that's just one style. I like to do something a lot like this because it does give me that sense of, hey, you're coming in this way, and that's where our thing is. But we want this in to be a lot larger, so I want to take this. We're just going to basically gather that, and we will basically shift it up by 2 easy points. And then we need to have our entrance setting there. So this is also an in. So that's one way that we can do things. Now that this is an actual in rather than a kind of like an in as well, but also sells medicine. So we're gonna put in a small medicine shelf there. Okay. We didn't showcase any windows. But we're not going to put any windows up front. We're going to put the windows in back. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in our window there. We're going to put in like, like our records, like the records of people who stay there, kind of thing. And then maybe we might put like a wine thing there. That's kind of, now see, it's starting to look like a generalistic form. Now, remember how many people do we have in our party? We have about roughly 4, so I'm thinking we can do something a lot like that. No, we could go even one more over, because we're just going through like a little tiny little hallway. And it works. Let's place in a side table kind of thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do this. I'm gonna shift you guys up by 1. Let me go find this thing again. Hold on. You can do that. Ah, there we go. And then I would like to use we'll put back here. We'll put like those 2 things as like a side end table down back there. But we don't place one there, and then we can do like an end table there, but that's not going to look any good like an end table. So then we need to find, we'll just use this as an end table kind of thing. Maybe we'll put on a potted plant somewhere, put in a couple in here, and it's starting to kind of look like a thing. It's starting to kind of look like, now as you can see, I can place things over, but like if I were to say place that there, that's going to replace, and I'm going to replace over the top on that. So you really got to be careful how you place things in certain aspects. We're not going to mess with any of those ladders, but we can make closed. Let's do a closed curtain, but we're going to do something like that. I'm going to give it like that there's closed windows back there. That kind of looks like a nice inn. And we got like a little shop here. So now we want to make someone where they can sit. So we set up let's set that thing there, I guess. It doesn't seem, no, actually it seems better to put it there. Now let's go in and find let's go back, click on our Joy-Con. Let's create a quick event. Now, quick event in. Okay, price, we'll create $10, but we're not going to create that guy as our innkeeper. Actually, yeah, let's do that. We'll just leave it there. That's going to be our inn guy. Our guy that says, 10 go for 1 night, would you like to stay? We're going to copy that. We're going to paste it. Okay. Now we're going to hit edit this. Okay. We're going to say, would you like to stay? Would you like to stay the night? Would you like to stay the night? Or want some items? Okay. Or do you want some Okay, so this is where you create if-else statements in like a traditional programming, but where we can say, okay, new. We can add in our where's, I know it's here somewhere. It's hard to find things. And where is it? For choices, thank you. Hit stay the night. Stay the night. Items. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to copy that and paste that there. Now, when we say now we want to clear out this here. So that's now when we have the choices, when it's yes, it'll say and then when choices are yes, when we actually know we're gonna hit edit, say I stay the night for 10. Stay the night for 10. We actually stay the night for 10 coins. Items. Items. Okay. When you say items, when you stay the night, choices. We're gonna get rid of if you stay the night. Would you like to stay the night? Oops, I didn't see that there. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say no. Okay. Then we're gonna put in our items. Now our items are a little bit different. Okay. We're gonna put in our shop processing. Okay, not battle processing. Don't get those two mixed up. So now we can say put in our potions. Standard size for potions are pretty decent. Magic water. Not weapons. We'll put our dispel herb. Put our stimulant. Now you could also say specific prices. I want to increase the stimulant to roughly about 350 for specify. Specify instead of 2, we're going to add in 250. Okay. The magic water, I'm going to specify 125, and I'm going to specify 75 on the potions. Now they're a little bit more higher than what it's typically purchased only. He won't allow you to sell items. You can only buy them here. So if we go in and we'll say let's test that, but before we can test. Yes, we're also going to say same as characters. Player touch, we're just going to say new. Cancel. No. Yeah, discard it. What I want to do is we're going to actually go over here. Okay. Now, this guy here, we're going to basically say, this is where I'm going to, no. We're just going to put in something where, hey, new. Okay, now, we want to make sure that you don't go beyond this point. So you can click player touch. Okay, no image or any particular item. No switching. We'll just say text. You can't go back here without paying for the night. Okay. Now, when you pay, whenever you cover made in the screen, what we'll do is we're also going to set up new. We're going to transfer the player. So we're going to transfer the player over to basically down here, ready to go at a moment's notice. It'll just do that when yes, when not, it just says you don't have enough money. When items and cancel, it'll just say we're going to leave that there. We're going to say when items, we're going to add in the add shop items. When items, we're going to leave that. When you click on it, it'll just ask for shop items. If you don't have the money, you don't have it. Okay, so now we need to be able to create a way to get out. So we're going to retain that, and we're going to come out over here. So now we've got our thing there. Now let's get in our shop. Now, not to get in the shop, but to get in our quick transfer. And we don't want the transfer, we now want the door. This is going to allow to transfer into our shop and get inside. So that's how we can get into getting in our doors. Now I will create these out of we'll create these in as well. But let's test this shop and into showing casing and getting inside the information and making sure that things are working correctly. Okay. As you can see, we're getting in. Now, would you like to stay the night? Items. Okay, now we can buy our potions, our magic waters, our dispels, or whatever. We can't buy anything right now, so would you like to stay the night? 10 coins for one night. Would you like to stay? You don't have enough money. And he's going to tell you that you don't have enough money, and we don't. You can't go back there without paying for the night. You can't go back there without paying for the night. He knows. He's watching. So that's kind of how we get into creating our shops and things. Now, as you can see over here, let's create our bar, or let's show you how to create these creating things that look lively. Over here is our sword and our knight shop. So now, as you can see, with that Yen Filey's plugin, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Yen Filey and some random dudes links will be down there in the description. Be down there in the description for the use of whatever, for whatever that's worth. Now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna create this now. Create it at a considerable distance. Don't create it like, if I can barely see, if I can barely see the player, I shouldn't have to be able to see both sides. So if we want to make sure that when we look at things, that our items need to be set up in a particular way. Now, we notice that we have to go and create 2 entrances. So we'll do that. Let's get in our, let's just fill that in. Nope. Let's place the item here, and we'll fill it in this way. So it doesn't take me as much time to get things done as needed. Now, let's go over here to find our thing here. Now, we do need to create, nope, back there. We do need to create this entrance kind of style entrance thing here. So I'm going to kind of, let's get that there. Now, let's put in our thing here. Now that's looking good for our thing. I think we could probably go and we could probably cut out. Let's do a shift. Let's just shift it down by 1. I think we don't need to have a large thing there. Now, we are going to create our weapons. Oh, where did I put them? Where are they? Ah, here we go. Well, we're going to come over here and we're going to look for these kinds of weapons. We'll put in different kind of looking like he's got things. I'll put that there to there just to make it look more realistic. We'll put in our bow there. And then we need to put in something to hide that stuff, right? So let's go up here. We're gonna create the thing there. Now I'm actually gonna cut back by 1. So we'll go there. I'm also gonna do the same thing here. We'll put in our wardrobe. So in order to put our wardrobe stuff, we need to make sure that we have our wardrobes, or things that look like they're hanging things. So like some things are hanging. We can say put our helmet there. Maybe we can throw in that way over there, just to make it look more nice and professionally looking like that sits up against the wall. Make it look nice. Don't make it look like, hey, don't make it just there's nothing here and you just pop the 2 guys in the center and you're done. No. Make it look like that there's actual things going on, like put some crates in, Make it look randomized. Don't make it look like there's we'll put even a large crate on both sides there. Actually no, let's do 2 there. And let's move it. Let's move it down a little bit. Make it look symmetrical. Now, I also want to create like a chest. Now, you could say we could put a chest inside here. Okay, let's do that. We are going to in order to do that, we can hit Control 3. Okay, and let's get in 500 gold in here. Okay. But we're going to edit this. We're going to change that into like a specialty crate. Into an actual crate that we have. Like it's a hidden crate thing. It's nice to have those hidden things where people don't notice. But let's do this here. Okay. We're going to disable these chesting sounds on both. Control self switch 1 there. We're going to set this up to setting, say, go to tiles B and go and add an open. So now when we go in and test it, it'll say 500 G's were found. Like you opened the chest. I don't know. Maybe we do something. Actually, let's do new. Let's go play sound. Let's go play sound effect. I know I'm probably badgering on him, making things go a little too long. No. Play sound effect. No. Yeah, we'll play that one. Okay. Actually, no, I'll hit cancel. I want to edit that one. Okay, that seems fine. We'll put that up at 90. Okay, we'll increase that to that full percent. And that's kind of allow us to create chests. Now we need to get in our, like what we did with the inn, but this time we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to take it from a different approach. So now we could say, let's go with a guy. We're going to hit apply. I'm going to copy you. Okay, we'll make them like twins. Okay. But that they sell different things. So when we want to sell things, we're going to say, okay, would you like some armor? And then maybe we'll take a look and say, you want some, not some, but let's take a look at, where's this shop processing? Actually, no, we need the, change the options in the game. Where do I, oh yeah, sources. Yes, no, and if you say yes, we want to show, and to say, we'll say, actually, we need shop processing. Okay, this is where we're going to allow the merchant to buy from us, but we don't want the weapons. We only want to sell the copper shield, the copper breastplate, the magic cloth. We're going to leave these at standard prices. The magic hat, and the HP ring. Okay, we're going to sell those at this shop. Now, if you say no, yeah, we're just going to leave it that way. We're not going to add any much more. Now, I'm going to copy this. We're going to delete him. I'm going to paste him there. Hit edit, and then we're going to say shop processing. We'll clear out all of that. We'll go with weapons, go with the copper sword. We'll leave them at the standard prices. Okay. Copper axe, rod, and our flex bow. Put them all there. Oops, I canceled that. Didn't want to do that. Oops, we need weapons. Copper sword. Copper axe. Rod. And flex bow. Okay. Now we're going to sit okay on that, making sure that everything's there. Now, that's basically what you do here. Now, if you don't have a particular money, it will just basically grayed out and you can just leave. Now, that's all I'm going to do, but we're going to change this to like some weapon. Okay. Now we're going to apply, we're going to hit OK. We're going to edit this one because I've got the period over here. And that's pretty much our shop. Now we need to make sure that we have our transformation, our transform, our fix that we transport our players outside of where we're supposed to go, because we don't want them traveling back into the same spot. Okay. Then we need to go down to town 1. And we're going to need to do the opposite thing, but we need to do it instead. We'll do doors. We're going to put the door down into shopping inns. Okay. Also do the same thing here again. A lot of it's just tedious work in getting the things set into point where you want things to go. We could set these doors up, but I'm not quite ready for them to be shown. So now let's go into town. Now let's go into the game. And let's get things the way. Let's test to make sure that these things are working correctly. Let's go a little bit faster. Let's make sure that our in's properly working. I remember that. Let's go actually check in our sword and shield. Now, as you can see, that doesn't. We can't really get into that one. So got to make sure that's the same as characters. Would you like some weapons? Yes. Okay. Now, as you can see, let's check to make sure this one's okay. Now, if we go over here, no, hold on. Now, let's go to equipment. Let's take out this sword and let's show you that no, we cannot sell it because it's attached to us. It's attached to us for the rest of the game. We can't do much about it. That's if you only set the items to 0. If you set it for like 1, I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not going to test that here, but if you guys want to, you guys can do that at a later time. But let's make sure that we can get out and make sure it's set in the right locations, because if we don't have it set up in the right locations, then we did good. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, hit that like button. If you really want to stay up to date with everything, hit subscribe. And also hit that bell notification, and we will see you guys in the next episode.